my darling FUMINATION. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumi Desalu-Vold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. Are we living and loving? I think I have worn this fabulous kaftan from Size and Koi about a dozen times on this show. I just feel very resorty in this. It's the only thing I can wear because it is absolutely hot in London. Are we living and are we loving? This is the back, gorgeousness, and then look at the front, fabulosity. It's airy, it's breezy, yup, and everything's copacetic, my darlings. So we are having a meet and greet in New York. We're having a meet and greet in New York, and things are falling into place very, very quickly. We have sponsors already. We have vendors already. They're coming in fast and furious, and we've got about 78 days to go. Well, the great news for all of you all is that Healthy Hair Studio is coming to New York. Healthy Hair Studio is going to be there, my darlings. You're going to see her in all of her glory. We're going to have a Q&A. You can ask her all of the questions. You can play with my hair. You can touch my hair. I don't mind at all. We also have Sane. Remember, she was also a fabulous sponsor for the last meet and greet. And those are the Ankara wrapping papers. She's giving us and she's sending to us, and I am so grateful, Sane. We also have the beautiful and the fabulous Colored Rain. Thank you, Colored Rain. I live and I love you guys so very much indeed. I am just really so excited to see all of you. We are still looking at venues, and darlings, when I tell you, I had to come to the very difficult decision to cap at 2,000. I cannot go over 2,000 FUMINATION in New York because we are struggling with space. We have the New York Library, which is an option, and I am thinking of doing it over 2 days, 1,000 each. I am trying very, very hard to accommodate and make sure that I see all of you, that you guys have a fantastic time. And so our vendors this year, you're going to have access to the vendors before we have our meet and greet. So you guys can come as early as 9-10 in the morning, and you can shop with all of the vendors before we start at 1 p.m. with the fabulosity, with the fabulous guests, with moi, with the Q&A, with all of the wonderful surprises that will be between 1 and 5, because I really want to spend quality time with you. So that's the update. It will constantly be updated, and I will let you know. We also have a wonderful lady that I really enjoy. She is known as the passport abuser. I don't know whether some of you remember her, but she was a special guest here on this channel during my beautiful Shankwela. Do you know, every time I say that, the tears are instant. The tears are instant. The tears are instant. I interviewed Shakima Smith, and she very much had a similar story. We became friends. And I love her so very, very much. I wanted to talk about her because I'm traveling to New York. I have to look for hotels. I'm looking at hotel spaces because I want you guys so very much to stay in the hotels with me. For those of you that are traveling from different states, she has traveled to over, I think, 81 countries on her own, and she's amazing. She has taught me so much about traveling on my own, about how to get cheap tickets, how to get the best tickets, the best countries to go to as a woman, the best countries to go to for all kinds of things. She has so much to give. She's a wonderful author. She was also seen in Forbes, also presented on CNN, Also Essence Magazine, US Today, CNBC. She is a force to be reckoned with. And her Instagram handle is called The Passport Abuser. How one woman went from being stranded on vacation to earning $1.3 million through her travels. She has visited 63 countries by herself and now coaches others on how to travel solo. I bring her up also because my cousin, who married the most wonderful man, she was in university in London. She was dating. Nobody came across her love channel. And she decided to go on a solo trip. She's married now. And she just had a baby daughter. When I saw her, I wept because it was too miraculous for words. She met him in Italy. I think she was in Milano. True to form. What happened? She went to go and get a little ice cream. Gelato. A gelato, please. She got her husband to boot. Travel, I said it in the last episode, it is the form of education you'll never get in class. And by the looks of it, you can get much more. So my darlings, passport abuser. Why passport abuser? Because she has abused the passport. Because the passport was so torn. The passport was so abused from traveling, going from city to city. Where hasn't this child gone? She's living her absolute best life. Her friends left her in a hotel. They ganged up on her and then they left her in a hotel. She woke up in the morning. She was the only one there. Somehow it gave her the strength. And she has gone on to travel from city to city to country. I live for her and I wanted to share her with you. Sometimes I can be a little bit selfish, but I was like, you know what, Fumi, you're traveling. Let these ladies out here know, because you send me all kinds of messages. And you know what? Travel on your own. And if you go with her, and I'll put all of her links and everything down below, you will not be sorry. You just tell her FUMINATION and she got you. While we're on the traveling tip, we have the wonderful, the absolute fabulous Martin. Martin is the son of my beautiful friend Sophie. Sophie is a FUMINATION sister. And she told me, Fumi, you know, I have a wonderful son called Martin. Martin came for the meet and greet all the way from Paris, a father of twins. I'm meeting twins all over the place. I'm 55. I don't want to have any more children, but I promise you, if I get pregnant, I will have them in the old age of Sarah. I don't mind. And so we have wonderful Martin, and Martin has the wonderful, the most amazing Sabali Global Travel. Now, Martin takes care of all of our travel here in this house, of Christina, of Karine. Amazing. You want a hotel in any country? He got you. You want to stay in a beautiful apartment? Maybe you don't want to stay in a hotel. He got you. He has booked everything for us. And I have only to say thank you, Martin. And because I am traveling and he's booking everything for us for the New York trip as well, I want to share it for my ladies. For those of you that say, I'm coming to Paris, what's the best place to stay? Here, there, everywhere. Well, Martin is your man. I'm coming to London. I'm coming to New York. I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to Kilimanjaro. I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to Nigeria. I'm going to Ghana. I'm going to South Africa. I'm going to Gambia. I'm going to Zaire. I'm going to Uganda. I'm going to Jamaica. Martin is your guy. You just tell him FUMINATION and he'll know what to do. Just tell him that you get a FUMINATION discount. He'll take care of you. Those are the treats I have for you today. You know what's not funny? JLo and Ben are all over these social media streets talking about there could be Splitsville, something ain't right, something is going on. I'm just getting my freshly squeezed lemonade. Yes. Something is not right. And so everybody's talking about it. And one of you sent me a message and said, Fumi, please talk about it. And I said, I will, Mama. I'll talk about it today. So this is what God is saying. Jennifer. If this is true, I feel I send you my love. is the kitchen. If this is true, I send you my love. I truly do, Mama Sita. I don't know what is going on, but something has not been right for a minute. And it is really unfortunate. I know how much you loved Ben, I believe. And I know Ashanti has also gotten back with her love. She's also expecting a beautiful baby. Sometimes it's not for everybody. And I just feel that, Jen, perhaps you really have to look within yourself. And you have to get to know who you are. You have been out here in the streets for a hot minute. And it's beginning to look apparent. And I'm not blaming nobody because I don't know anything. For all we know, this could be hogwash. It might not even be anything at all. But I do feel that you have struggled this year. And you haven't looked your best this year. I live for you. I love you. We're the same age. So I respect your hustle. Like I said, you've been out here in the streets. But I'm a woman's woman. And you see, when I like a man, when I shimmy up to a man, I always want to know the woman that he been with. Your namesake, Jennifer. Jennifer gave birth to 3 children by Ben. And she stepped aside and let you take over. And I remember those early days when you came back with Ben. I felt like it was a trap. Like Jen was kind of smiling to say, Jennifer, you're back. Okay, please. Let me move right aside so that you can fall right into this trap. Jennifer Gardner is the most non-problematic actress, celebrity in Hollywood. I actually met her. I met her because her son or her children were going to a school near where I lived in Santa Monica in 2019. They must have finished by now. And the paparazzi was all over them. If I find the clip, I'll post it. And I said, Jenny, get into your car, take the kids. And I said, love you. And she said, I love you too. And it was the love you too was thank you, Fumi. Thank you for letting these hornets, you understand me, step to the side so I can take my children from school, of whom I don't want to be, publicized. And I did that. I think I had Adrian in the stroller and I said, it's a bit much. Let her be with her kids. I loved her instantly. And she looked at me, I looked at her and she said, I love you. And I appreciated it. I said, wherever we meet, don't worry, go. Because it wasn't about celeb, it was about mother to mother. Guys, we have the paparazzi in my neighborhood because Jennifer Gardner is here. So I'm going to do a little something because I think it's totally annoying. You guys should leave her alone. You should be ashamed of yourself. She's a mother first. I don't care. You should leave her alone. I'm going to spoil the whole thing. You should leave her alone. You shouldn't do that. I'm a mother too. Jennifer, get into your car and go. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. I love you too.
Out. I bring that up, Jennifer, because the Ben of the early 2000s is still the Ben of today. And for all the reasons that Jennifer said, I'm done, Ben. I'm done and I love you. I wanted to stay right up in here for the kids. But I need to have my own peace, space, sanity, mental health. You ran up in there because he came back. Perhaps because you were jilted. You felt, I have to come back to this relationship. Ben has looked miserable from the gate. You have explained it to me that he doesn't like the paparazzi. I understand. Ula does not like people. It's a miracle that he got me. Ula is a very shy person. But you can ask any FUMINATION that came out for my meet and greet, over 300 last month. He was there all day in full support, talking, speaking, laughing, taking pictures, even made a speech. It's amazing how opposite we are. But when we're together, and with Adrian, forget it. But outside of that, that's just not who he is. And you know what? I love, respect, and I protect him. Himself and Adrian. Adrian is the same way. Because I tell the nanny, take pictures of him in the playground so that I can just see him, make sure that Adrian sees the camera, he's out of there. I think that, Jennifer, you're in love with the idea of love and not the reality of what everyday love takes, because that part is very hard, it's very difficult, it's a step and repeat, and sometimes it's about responsibilities, taking care of the family, going to work, doing this, that, and the third. Hold on. Ben now apparently is living in another house. You're looking at apartments. That could be for work, that could be for projects. That really doesn't mean or say anything. The thing is, I think that you've just had a rough ride this year. And that could be also just, you know what, you're having a rough ride. For a woman that has been out here in these streets for literally 30 years and you've sailed through pretty much okay, then 1 year is not so bad. With the Diddy saga, I can understand that. And then you had the documentaries, and then you had the films, The Most Beautiful Love Story Never Told. The thing is that we've heard this love story, and there are bigger, better love stories than yours. This really necessarily is not a love story that anybody really wanted to know, because 20 years have passed. So the time when you were hot, things have changed. People have moved on, Jennifer. And so I think it was a situation where it's been forced and stuffed down the throat. I also noticed when, Ben was making fun and he was talking about how you're playing yourself and you're 28 at that time. Let somebody else play that part. Should have played that part. It speaks more about you than anything else. That you're not prepared to let anything go. That it has to be your way. When a wiser, older auntie, Jane Fonda, said, Jennifer, what are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it to? That was your cue. You didn't see it. It flew right over your head and you filmed it, recorded it, and put it in part of the documentary. You should have really listened to what she said. Who are you trying to prove it to? Why are you trying to prove? Please make a point of something that nobody really cares. And I can understand how it could be exhausting for Ben. Somebody who is thinking about drinking every minute of the day. He said it right there. But he's trying to stay sober. And in his sobriety, he now has this additional to deal with. It can be a lot. That's what I'm saying, Jen. Maybe take time out, and enjoy yourself. And eat all of the garlic bread that you can. You don't have to be the tiniest, sexiest human being to date. You don't. Take time out. I do it for myself. Quiet as it's kept, I live and love working out. I eat healthy 99.999% of the time. But every once in a while, do you know what? I sit, I play with Adrian. We go out all day into the park. I eat whatever he's eating. I laugh, I kick back. I don't work out that day. I don't have my phone. Nothing. I just kick back. Whatever it is, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Or the day after. Or the day after that. Or next week. And I come back refreshed. Do I think you're breaking up? I think that you will fight tooth and nail to hold this facade that you're the happiest person on top of a bridge. I really do believe, because that's you. But how healthy is that? To continue to hold this glass that is almost empty. The longer I hold on to it, the heavier it becomes. Until after a point, it begins to travel, the aches and the pains to the arm. And then it begins to hurt the shoulders, this side of the body, before it transfers to the next side of the body. And what is that? It's affecting everything. It's affecting me. As much as I want to hold on to this, I have to drop it. I have to let it go. You like to have the idea of, I'm married, I'm successful, I have the children, I have the house, I have the fabulous career, I am #1 in music and in film and in dance. It cannot happen to you all the time. And you have to pave way for somebody else to come and have a wonderful career. Why? Because that's life. Because you will never be #1 all the time. We all have something. Nobody has everything. But, I've come to realize that just pace yourself, enjoy your life, and do what makes you happy. And you have to think of other people as well. And perhaps Ben is there, putting on some lip gloss. Ben is there trying to be happy, and he's not. Maybe he's had enough. You were a co-chair at the Met Gala. That's big for you. Ben wasn't there. Apparently he was doing the accountant too. Interesting. I know that if Ben wanted to be there, he would have been there. But he was like, nah, you know what, let me pass on that. And then the children. It's like sliding doors at this point. You know, you have to think of your children. You have to think of his children. How many stepdads are we going to have? It's not good for their psyche. You have to think of the children. At this teenage age, yes. Think of yourself, Jennifer. And think, why am I making the same mistakes, hoping for a different result? You know, that's all I can tell you, my darling. That's all I can tell you. I'm very sorry to hear it. I didn't think much of it when you married him again. I didn't. I loved all of the 5, 10 wedding dresses you wore. But I've said it many times on this channel. The wedding is fabulous. The wedding is fun. The marriage, it's something else. And I don't think you have understood what marriage is. I don't think so, Jennifer. And I think that you're expecting too much. And you think that marriage is supposed to be A, B, and C. Let me show you the ring. This time it's a green ring, because the first time he proposed it was pink. And all of these, you know, accessories that go along with a relationship, but is not the relationship itself. I don't think that you have been able to center yourself, to know who you are all the way, and truly be that. And you will almost cry because you have to go into uncomfortable spaces, places. But once you dust everything out, sweep everything out, clean house, you're reborn. And you really know who you are. I love you, my darling Jennifer. I do. I love you. I think that you are quite fabulous. If anything at all, in being fabulous. And I know people are out there saying you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't act, you can't keep a marriage. But I know you live for that fashion. You're good with that fashion. You're good with the fitness. You really are, because that we've seen. Perhaps go down that path of fashion and fitness, because your tickets are selling online for $10. Your tickets have gone from $7,000 to $10 online. Ticketmaster, I think I saw it. I said couldn't be, but it was true. Take a break, mama. If I were you, cancel the tour. It's not really important. What's important is you. You are the driving force. You are the driver on the bus. And you have to stay away from yes people. And people that really, really and truly will tell you like it is. They don't even necessarily have to like you or be your friend. But they're honest enough to tell you, Jennifer, this ain't it. I wish you the best, mama. Okay? Alright, darlings. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the notification button. And I will see you what? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love. Mwah.